Welcome back to the Career Build Series. This is episode number 97. And so, last couple episodes, we've been doing some iron mining. Finally brought the train down to Empire Industries Metal Ore Foundry, converted the iron and the coal into some steel, and then went to Screeches and sold it. So, learned a lot from that, fixed up a bunch of the vehicles, got them kind of running. So next time I want to go mining, the mining operation will be a little bit smoother. You know, I kept having to despawn the scraper, take the scraper back, and spawn the new version of it, trying to improve it every time. So now I think I have kind of a methodology going to try to make mining a little bit better. Trying to fix some of the issues the devs have in there with the way they set up logistics. And so in this episode, I want to get back to some missions. So let's go ahead and look at the map. So we have $360,000 right now. We have a couple missions going here. We have a crab boat requires servicing. It's only $2,000. We have an old camping van requires servicing and transpo. That's looks like it's not a lot of money on that, but it looks like a fun tow mission. And then we have this one down here, a fishing boat in distress requesting assistance. That's pretty good money. So what I think we're going to do is let's bring back the Seagull, and we'll fly down there, and we'll take care of this. So let's grab that. Have not used the Seagull in a little while. So it'll be nice to get back in the air, too. Be a little bit of a break from what we were doing. Let's check the settings here. Vehicle damage is on. Infant electric's off. Let's see. Map vehicles can come off. And then let's see what the weather looks like. That's fine. A little bit of fog. It's been so foggy and rainy lately in game. I'm just not really all that interested in it. So we'll go ahead and set that. I'll leave the time today, so it's a little bit easier to watch. All right, good. So let's get back in the old Seagull. So nice to get back in here. So let's do battery 1 and 2, systems, avionics. We don't have an APU yet, so that would be nice to set that up at some point. Let's go. Beacons coming on. Let's come up. Fuel is good. Fuel valve 1 is coming on, and we'll start. Alright, Gen 1 is coming on. Hydraulics 1 is coming on. Fuel valve 2 starting 2. Good, so let's put Gen 2 on, Hydraulics 2. Hydraulics are both coming up. Nice. Let's go ahead and set flaps to 1. Let's go ahead and release the brake. Let's go ahead and actually set the brake really quick. And we'll call for clearance. I forgot my tail number here. 660 Golf. 660 Golf. We're ready to pick up our clearance with Echo. 660 Golf. You're cleared down to south via vectors. Climb and maintain 2,000 feet. Maintain runway heading. Climb, maintain 2,000 feet. At 2,000 feet, you can head direct to the search area. All right, we'll climb, maintain runway heading up to 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet, we can turn right to the search area. 60 Golf. 60 Golf, read back correct contact ground on 21.9 when you're ready. Taxi. 21.9, thanks. Alright, so that is set in there. We want heading and altitude pre-selected. We have those in there, and we're on the roll. 60 Golf's ready to taxi to runway 7. We can take an intersection. 60 Golf, you're cleared to taxi to runway 7. Straight ahead and hold short. Straight ahead, hold short of runway 7, 60 Golf. Alright, so let's go ahead. It is raining, a little bit foggy, so we'll turn our nav lights on. See anything else I need here? Nope, we're looking pretty good here. I need to put that APU in, like I was saying. So it's a little bit uggy out, so let's go ahead and turn the cockpit lights to... Okay, those aren't working. That's weird. What's going on here? What is going on? Why am I turning? Is the wind really that bad? Hold on, let me see what's up. Something's up. Let me check what's... Manifold pressure is identical. Those are identical, so it's definitely not that. Is it really the wind that strong? I doubt it. Let's check my trims. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's up. It's the wind. You can see where the wind indicator is, so it's just weather vaning us like crazy. 60 Golf. We're going to go ahead and change you to runway 25. We get a wind coming out of the south. Why is the wind so high? What is... Wind's only at 45%. Okay. 60 Golf. We'll taxi to runway 25 now and hold short. Dude, I'm at full steering and I can't manage with this wind. Another reason 9 million why we have this creative menu on here is literally I couldn't operate my aircraft because of this freaking wind, man. And that's not much wind. I don't know why weather vane's so bad, but it was weather vane like crazy, man. Alright. We're on track now. The wind, that was brutal, dude. That's only 45% wind, too, but it was, like, I couldn't overcome it. It was weird. I'd have to do asymmetrical thrust. 60 Golf's ready at 25. 60 Golf, you're clear for takeoff runway 25. Maintain runway heading. We need to change this here. Up to 2,000. 2,000, you can turn left direct to search here. Clear for takeoff runway heading up 2,000. 2,000 will turn to the search here. 60 Golf, thanks. Alright, clear left, clear for takeoff. So we have a right crosswind, so we want to put some aileron in that crosswind. There we go. Positive. Gears coming up. Over 100 knots. Flaps are coming up. And autopilot's coming on. And I'm going to go ahead and put a waypoint there. Nav, GPS, and at 2, we're going to make a turn. Here comes the turn. Let's start bringing the props back. And it is a rescue, so we're going to try to get some speed on here. So we'll go for speed on this one. So we'll go for max speed, which is going to be a prop setting of 1400 and a manifold of 23. I can get another knot out of here. Probably not, but 192 is my max. Alright, let's see. Landing and taxi are off. Climb checklist. Flaps are up. Prop is set. Lights are set. Climb checklist complete. Thank you. I have no trims in there. I don't. All right, let's set the altitude. We'll keep the altitude up here. So we are 4 minutes out. So about 14 miles, 4.5 minutes out. So around a minute out, we'll start descending down. As you can see, we can see outside still. It's foggy though. Do a little bit of this gross weather here. Let's go downstairs, see what I have for rescue tools. So again, we have the sleeping quarters in here. And then up here we have a little kitchenette. Let's get in the seat. There we go. And I'll shut that. There we go. Nice. Alright, so we are 3.8 out. Let's check T's and P's. Manifold pressure, well, the oil pressure is what T's and P's are for, but we're checking manifold, RPM, and temps. Okay, good. Hydros are good. Brake temp is fine, of course, because we're up. Voltage, as you can see, we're getting good volts, and we're maintaining our batteries at 99.99. So I have, I think, 2 small batteries in this. So again, if you use a PID to control your alternators, you're not going to need a ton of batteries. I see people way overdoing batteries. Batteries are heavy. You don't really need them. I like to have redundant systems, so I have 2 batteries, but I'm not going to get ice up here. So my ice system is a little bit more sophisticated now. So we have a rain sensor and a temperature sensor. If we have moisture and it is, go ahead and send it. If we have moisture and it is below freezing, we get a rain indication. I would descend down to 1,000. And then probably down to 500. We're over the water now. We can go all the way down to 500. 60 Golf. You can descend at your discretion. Just let us know when you start heading back. We'll do. Thanks, 6 year ago. Thanks. Probably gonna go up to military base just because there's a hospital there on the field. So again, I highly recommend that custom menu. The wind was just, that's excessive. I've flown about 3,000 hours IRL, and even in really strong winds, it's not pushing a plane this size like that. Completely weather vaned it out. It's a game thing, and partly this airplane, because I had to use a glitch to get it to float properly. It kind of has that. Because I had to use the glitch to float this sucker properly, it weighs much less than it should. So I don't know how much that plays into the weather vaning of it, but keep that in mind. I dropped the fog a little bit. It's miserable to watch a video and you can't see anything. So I like the logo light. Logo light is fun. Grab a quick screen here while we're going. And I like to drag the contrast down too, so let's drag that contrast up a little bit. There we go. Just gets rid of a little of that haze that we always have in game. Alright, so we are currently 1 mile out, so we're probably getting close to being in the range of this. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to extend this down to here. And I will put in the new coordinates. And what I'm going to do is back it up with heading. So my bearing is 228, so the heading is going to come in here, 228. And then I'm going to switch it over to heading. And now we're on heading. And this is going to continue our heading through. It's not going to circle us. We actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to change my mind here. Let's go ahead and we'll set the waypoint back in the center. We'll reset it. And we'll do this. We'll let it circle. It will automatically circle once we get in there. So we're 0.7 out. We're going to start looking for this bad Johnny. So we're only at 500 feet, so we're nice and low, or 800, but I need to work on the autopilot. Needs a little bit of tweakage. But once we get there, it's going to start a circle, and we'll kind of hold. And we'll be able to look for this thing. So as we circle around, I'll be able to look, and we'll do a big loop. Alright, now that we're on site, I really don't need to be screaming fast, so what I want to do is I'm gonna start, this would be bringing my prop levers back, and it's going to automatically load up the engines, and that will slow us down. We'll be more efficient. We'll be creating less heat, which we don't have to worry about anyway, but I think the system will hold us at 110. There, nope, that's an island. Okay. It would be cool if they let us buy more islands. There's so many cool islands, and I want to buy an island way the hell out here. I hate everything being so close. I would love to buy an island out there. I hope in the next game, what is that? That's an island, I think. I hope in the next game that they make it so that we have a proper map editor. I think that would be beneficial. Really let us, edit the map, put things where we want them. I would love it if air biome was down here, at least equidistant to Arctic South. I know why they smashed them together was, I think they're afraid, that the people who don't want to spend all day going somewhere, they feel that alienates them, and I get it. But, there's a way to do this where I think, I've talked about this before, where you, for example, now you say, oh, I'll go from here to here. Yay, I'll go back and forth. Well, what you can do is you stay up here for a while, and then when you want a different change of scenery, you take the long journey down here, but instead of going right back, you stay down there for a while. So, I don't know, that's just kind of my opinion, but, I understand people have different ways they like to play. Alright, let's jump on this. Let's look out here. I'm going to sit on this side here. There he is, right there, 12. Perfect, so I just picked him up. Let's go autopilot off. We want prop full forward. Props coming full forward. Bring down the manifold pressure. Flaps are coming in. And I need to watch my speed here. So props, I'm just checking props full forward. I need to add some trim because I'm as I decrease my speed, I'm getting less airflow over the wings, I'm getting less lift. In order to now get the same amount of lift that I had last time, what I need to do is increase my angle of attack. So I need to pitch up. So that's why you need to trim. is you need more pitch to maintain the same amount of lift you used to have with more airflow over your wings. So I'm just coming around here, and I lost sight of him. I'm gonna pick my wing up. So there he is. Okay, good. So this is when your missions start to get. You start to get missions as you progress. If you actually play career for long enough, you'll get harder missions. And, a lot of people who talk about they don't get, they have the same old mission over and over and over and again. Well, they keep restarting their game, you see a lot. And, of course, you're going to keep getting the same missions if you don't let the progression of your missions go up. You can also go in the XML file of the save and change your mission difficulty. So, like, what I'm actually doing now is, because I'm looking out that right window, I'm actually looking at the airspeed indicator on the FO side. So I'm watching that one over there. I'm not looking at mine. And I'm using their instruments as I come around. And so I want to land next to it. That's why I'm doing one more circle here. And I wouldn't want to be doing this kind of bank at this low of an airspeed. There we go. All right, and we're coming down. So chopping the power as as I'm putting my nose down, we're going to be speeding up so I can reduce the power. As I bring my nose back up, I need to add the power back in. So nose is coming up, power is coming back in. So I take a lot of these things for granted, if you don't fly. I need to fix the prop pitch on my rotors there, because see how it's picking my nose up for me? And it's artificially floating me too much. I need to fix that. Right, so what I'm going to do is come down on starboard just a little bit, and as you can see, that's helping us steer. Asymmetrical thrust is very helpful. So just going to do asymmetrical thrust here to get over there. And I'm going to fix the asymmetry there. What are we at? 11. Oh, perfect. I got it right on the money, dude. What is going? No, but apparently I didn't get it right on the money. 12.72. Okay, 12.72. There we go. This one's running a much higher RPM. Okay. Alright, try to get these a little bit asymmetrical, a little bit symmetrical here. So I'm just leaving that starboard where it is, and I'm going to run my port to steer. So, alright, and we'll start bringing them down. And we'll go into beta. Alright, beta. And we'll shut down. Hydraulics. Alright, we're down. We'll leave one battery on. That way we can only kill one battery. Need a Fire X. I think I have one right here. Come on, move. Get stuck on nonsense. There we go. Alright, let's go take care of these people. There's a lot of people, and a casualty died. Come on, use your upper body strength there, guy, to get up there. See, this is the type of stuff where, again, I use the creative menu. I've tried 4 times where I'd just be able to do a quick pull-up. This one just dropped here. They were up like 2 seconds ago here. I should have gone down and got the fire suit. I have one in the rooms here, so this is a nasty fire. You see how challenging these missions can get, and so, if you're not getting the challenging missions that you want, you can either artificially increase your difficulty by going in the XML, or you can just play for a little bit longer and you'll start getting them. So there's one of the ones that was on the bow. So I've already had some people. Oh, great. Falling off again. There's a ladder right here. Okay. Alright. So I don't think I can put that out without going down here. You have to be very careful I don't get burned here. Looks like everybody's incapacitated here. Okay. I'm like standing in fire, it's weird. Not getting burned either. Flare damage is definitely on because I just got hurt, so. The fire's being weird here, it's not acting correctly. Not getting burned or going through it either. Okay, that's great. Is it above me? It is. Okay, it's up above me here. See, this is the type of thing, too, is they pick some builds that sometimes don't work for their missions. You know, I would like them to kind of, you know, again, I'm just complaining for no reason, but I'll, you know, the right thing to do is I'll go on and they'll, you know, probably not pay attention to it, but oh my God, see, like that, 3-4 times I'm going to try to jump up. No, I don't think I'm going to continue that nonsense. You know, so that right there is this ship is not built in a way that I can get up that ladder. You know, so really, you know, I should put in a bug report and be like, dude, you can't get up this ladder. Change the design of that ship. Like, if you got rid of this, move that wall over one, you could get up. And so that's kind of, oh, we're on a fire extinguisher here. Oh, all right. I have to be careful. This is getting dangerous for me here. So how many people am I supposed to theoretically rescue here? 4 casualties. So I think everybody's toast, man. Everybody's pretty much toast. I'm out of a fire extinguisher. What are you? Deceased? Okay, I don't care about you now because you're dead. See you later. Into the drinky poo. Alright, so yeah, this one's not getting done. This one's just ridiculously challenging. I'm not going to bother with it. I don't know what happened to that person right here. Are you incapacitated? This person's incapacitated. We can take them. If I have another fire extinguisher, we'll try to go in. I'll throw on a fire suit. But it's not looking good for these people. You know, but that was annoying to me that I couldn't get up the ladder. You know, they need to build the missions so that you can actually do them. And that one we really couldn't do, so. Let's see. So, fire suit should have been on from the beginning. Let me see. Oh my God. Okay. That was, I got stuck in the wall. Yeah, I got in the bed. You know, it's tough when you have the bed that low to make it work for you. The mission just activate. Yeah, one of them died, so it cut the number down. I thought I had a defib. That's what I was looking for. Let's get rid of this FIX. Yeah, of course they died, man. You give me a mission that can't be completed. Because I can't get up and down the stairs. Empty, empty. I don't think I have a defib on here. Alright, so we'll use this as a learning experience for what I need for this build. I need some more equipment. We've got one of them on there. They're incapacitated. They're gonzo. Alright, so that's not going to happen. It's not the end of the world for us. It is the end of the world for those people, though. So. Gen's up. Hydros are up. Let's go ahead and set flaps to 1 for takeoff, and let's go. Oh, they have their friggin' transponder on them. That's annoying. I need to bring the trim down. It was trimmed up for full flaps, so. Alright, these people are... Why is there somebody dead over here? Okay, that's a small speedboat. Alright, I need to fly here. There we go. Alright. Do what I want to do. Let's head over to this one. We just got $3 grand for that. That must have sunk. And fire put it out. So 264 is going to be where we need to turn to, which we just did for the speedboat. I'm going to start descending. Alright, so see, I have like very little visibility. It's all blue right now, so I need to watch my other instruments. So I'm in my instruments. I'm descending, altimeter's confirming descent, and I'm looking for this person. So I can't see much of a horizon. Now we're starting to watch 700 feet. Starting to get a little bit more texture of the sea, so I can start to see what's sea and what's sky. But I'm watching my altitude. So this is all stuff you have to do as an instrument pilot to make sure that you don't have issues. This is why even private pilots will learn how to operate via instrument navigation. They're not qualified to only operate via instrument navigation, but they'll also learn how it's necessary to not hurt themselves. Because you get in a situation like that, you lose your horizon, and you need to be able to look at your instruments and trust your instruments. Like, I completely stopped looking outside, looked at my instruments. You know, the biggest worry was crashing in the ocean. As long as I'm watching my altimeter and my attitude indicator, we're good. You know, I got vertigo for a second there when I completely lost reference point because everything was blue. What are we looking at here? 264 still, so put the right one in, right? Yeah, 264. So we're right, should be about 12 o'clock, looking at just under 2 miles, so we're looking for it right over about there. 12 o'clock and 2 miles is a speedboat. 1.5, and what are we looking at? 264 still? Okay. So about, probably right about there, right off the nose. Small speedboat, 1.1 nautical miles, so looking at the horizon probably. But yeah, that was annoying. I couldn't get up the staircase because that doorway was built in a way I needed 2 blocks to the right of the staircase to be able to get out. So the boat was not built in a way that you could easily get up the staircase. And I need to be able to carry a person up those stairs, so it's not really a good mission ship, you know. I know a lot of them are old, so they go off to the left here. Should be seeing this. Thought I saw something for a second, but maybe not. And half mile. Half mile off the left, about there. 0.3. There he is right there, 12. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, good. Let's go. Flaps in fast here. Oh, whoa, don't dive it in there, guy. Oh, that's what I was trying to avoid here. What is going on? Why am I doing a circle right now? Okay. Oh, because that engine died when I hit the water. So the reason that's happening is currently I have my pitch set to the propeller pitch. What I need to do is put in a certain number so that all that's doing is, so IRL what will happen is if your center of thrust is above your center of gravity, it's going to cause the nose to go down. And so the way you counteract that IRL is you actually tilt the engines up a little bit. And so now your thrust is tilted down. That is essentially centering out your center of thrust and your center of gravity. We can do that with propeller pitch. And so what I need to do is put in a static number to kind of simulate the engines being tilted up. What I have now is I have full rein over the propeller pitch, and it's overreactive, so it actually moves me too much. What's that? 8.3, 10 something, 10.23, 10.23. There we go. So I'm just going to steer in with port. This one's a more reasonable mission. So again, it was nice to get a challenging mission. I didn't have enough firefighting gear to really deal with it. And 2, it was already so advanced that I wasn't going to be able to do it. Let's leave the engines running here. Actually, let's shut them off. Yeah, we're still on 1 battery. Is good. All right. Are you completely toast? You're dead. Okay. You're, I don't need carcasses in my airplane. Thanks. Excuse me. carcasses out, please. Nobody invites carcasses into my airplane, please. All right. Fine then. Shut that before we flood. Okay. Howdy, people. Oh, look at this, a more reasonable mission. You know, so I'm glad we got a challenging mission. The issue just being that, one, I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't have enough in the way of firefighting gear, and also I don't have any bilge system yet. I need to put I'm just going to do a hand pump. Hey, how are you? Why don't you sit in that seat and try not to be annoying to me? Thanks. And I'm just going to shut that door. So often I'll put an auto shut door on there. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to just pay attention a little bit and do it myself. This is a nice little sports boat, speedboat. I made a couple myself recently. Got the old engine in there. I don't know if it's necessarily the old engine, it's the prefab. I think the modulars are so much better than prefabs. I know a lot of people they're afraid to learn modulars, so they'll run prefabs. But a modular I just find so much easier, so much better in every way, and they're really not that tricky. You know, they're just so configurable. They're so modular. And it makes it so much better that you can do so much, so many different things with it that, you know, if you need a little bit more power, you can add a cylinder. You know, if you're using those old engines, you know, you need to double them, essentially, to get your next power increase. And so they're really just not in the same league as modulars. You can do things like supercharged modulars. You can change your AFR based on the conditions you need. You know, so many things you can do with that. All right, let's go ahead and we'll crank. All right, gen's back on, battery's on. So something's up with my lighting. I need to fix my lighting. All right, let's go flaps to 1 for takeoff. Let's go ahead and set in, where do we want to go? Let's head up to military because I can land right there. That's not military. Right here. We'll land, we'll set that waypoint there. Let's put that in. Let's see, that's all fine. We'll fix that. Let's go up to 2,000. We're going to be going over the island, so I want to clear all the mountains. And then the bearing is 4-1, so we'll back it up with a heading of 4-1. All right, let's go. All right, pause, rate gear's already up, over 100 knots, flaps are coming up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kick on the autopilot, and I'll just keep it on GPS. Start bringing the prop back. We'll go in fast. I'll burn a little fuel. Go up to 192 knots. So I'm just adjusting my propellers to give me the speed I want. So that's how I'm getting best speed, is with propellers. That's how you do it IRL. There we go. All right, so 192. Beautiful. I don't really need the logo light on. Logo light can come off. You don't touch the controls, sir. I would like it if they made some more seats. There are a bunch of little cosmetic things I think wouldn't take them all that much time, and I think would be a positive addition. For example, a seat with a yoke. You know, they could just make it where you click on the seat, and like where you add the headset, make it a drop-down menu, and you change the controller. You know, I don't need it to move. You know, I know that would be neat to have the steering wheel move. I don't really need that. What I would like, though, is have a yoke. It just, you know, if you want a yoke, you can have that. You know, side stick would be neat. All different types of seats. You know, that would be kind of cool. let's see, we're going to be there in, what's it showing? 34 nautical miles, 11 minutes. All right. Let's go ahead and I will time-lapse us out. Alright, so coming back here and gonna be looking for military. Let's go ahead and look at where that is. So, kind of neat going over the terrain here. But, you know, this is about how early you should be looking. We're coming up on Holt Town now. The distances, again, in game are super short. Like, a final for this airport IRL would be, like, all the way out to here. That would be about where your final is, and we're coming in here. So, as you can see, that is, you know, that's to be kind of expected. So there is the hospital island here. It looks like... Nope, that's military right under us. Okay. That came up fast. All right, let's start slowing down. So prop full forward. They're off to the left there. You can see the other two islands I was thinking of there. So the reason why our right wing was down, you know, I see there's a lot of people like, oh, my plane's flying crooked, things like that. Where's your wind? You have to ask where your wind is. If we look at our wind here, let's bring up custom menu. Wind direction is over here, it appears. So the wind is up 17%, and the wind is coming from our right. Well, the way you know, the way you do it is weather vane in, so you'll be wing down, nose into the wind. And so that's why it's doing that. So if you think it's a little weird that it's angled like that, that's because that's where the wind is. And that's something that happens in real life. So often it's just people not understanding that's how aerodynamics really works. You know, your plane will weather vane into the wind and you'll drop the wing down. So your wing will be into the wind as you're doing it. So you weather vane and have a wing down in the wind. Are some of the ways you overcome that. So gears coming down. Landing and taxi lights are coming on. I won't bother doing any RP on the calls. Bring a couple of notches of flaps in. My flaps are progressive. They don't just instantly click to that, so I can slowly do it, but I need to start bringing in a bunch of trim. Again, we're starting to change our configuration. You need to retrim every time you make a pitch, power, or configuration change. You trim constantly, and it's mostly pitch trim. You very rarely, you know, if you're doing multi-engine, you're going to trim your rudder. Pretty much the only time you're trimming your rudder is if you lose an engine. The only time you're ever trimming aileron is if you lose an engine. And you're constantly trimming pitch. Pitch is the most constant trimmed. So I'm actually, we can trim a little bit of rudder just so I don't have to hold it there if we wanted, but it's very rare. You wouldn't be trimming your rudder. If you look at my pitch, everything's zeroed except pitch. So as I pitch my nose up, we're going to lose speed. I need to put a little more trim in there and start bringing my power down. I'm going to start slowing down here. Full flaps. Landing gear down. 3 green flaps are set. Landing lights are on. Landing checklist is complete. So I'm bringing my pitch up. Again, as you lose airspeed, you need a greater angle of attack. And I accomplish this with, I also have a bunch of fins that operate opposite to the flaps. That increases my drag. Flaps add a lot of drag. Gear adds a lot of drag. So this is all simulated in that so that the airplane behaves more realistically, because that's what I like. So now we're starting to use a little bit of rudder to keep our nose on center line, because the wind is, we have to start to straighten out. And we're going to maintain this until we touch down. There we go, we're touched down. Nice easy landing, and I'm having to steer in towards the wind. And we'll just taxi up and we'll pull off to the left side here. Now we'll let the people out. That was some fun little missions there. The first one was just a disaster because the fire was just had progressed so much. With one fire extinguisher, I'm never gonna put it out. And I didn't put my fire suit on, so as you can see, I'm down below half health myself. And so just and people were dying, you know, everybody died, so it wasn't worth my time to risk my life. I try to play realistically where it's as though I was there, and so, you know, I'm not going to just throw my life away here. Alright, and we're ready to shut down here. I'm going to go 1 battery, we'll leave it on, we'll shut off the hydraulics. We do own this base, which is convenient. Makes it so that we could launch it from here and recall it. Alright, nice. Whoa, what's going on here? I don't think I liked it when that touched down. I think it was a little bit crooked. Alright. So let's get this person out. So nice to get the old Seagull back. So I definitely need to fix the pitch and the propellers. The other thing I want to do is I want to decrease the takeoff RPS, not takeoff RPS. It would be the minimal blade pitch. Let's put it that way. That would be more correct. Is the minimum pitch of the blades I want to decrease. That's going to be a better. There's a number of reasons why I want that. One, when I take off, I want to have the lowest amount of resistance on the engines that I can possibly have and land, so that I can quickly change the RPM, in my case I'm using RPM, of the propellers, of the RPMs of the engine. That gives me the greatest chance to make changes in an emergency, and that's what I want to be doing. You know, that is a safety thing. You know, to be able to quickly recover. If we're sinking too fast, I need to quickly be able to change the speed of my engines, and that's why you have low pitch, high RPM when you're taking off and landing. I'm also, you know, quickly accelerating. I want to reduce that so I'm not accelerating so fast. Get in there, you. Hey. So that's one of the things I want to do. So couple little tweaks here. It's nice to get back to the Seagull. A beautiful airplane. I really love it. And so could use some loving again. Nice to get back to some missions. Enjoyed that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and I'll see you in the next one.